DanielMCable, exceptional, build your personal highlight reel and unlock your potential. Unlock your true potential and step into a life that you truly love with Exceptional. Build your personal highlight reel and unlock your potential by DanielMCable. In this summary, get ready to discover the power of focusing on your strengths rather than your flaws, solving common social barriers, and creating your own personal highlight reel. Through visualization techniques and practical strategies, you'll learn to design your job for success and integrate your strengths into your everyday life. Get inspired to build positive habits and transform the way you see yourself, paving the way for a brighter, more fulfilling future.
Focus on your strengths. Envision waking up each day to a recap of your personal highlights from the past week, your triumphs, kind gestures, and creative breakthroughs. While this isn't a reality for most people, many tend to fixate on their mistakes and failures instead. However, by concentrating on your strengths and building upon them, you can greatly enhance your overall performance and foster a sense of pride and purpose. Research supports this notion, as demonstrated by a University of Auckland study where participants who observed their successes performed significantly better than those who only saw their unedited attempts. To tap into your unique strengths and create your personal highlight reel, focus on your innate abilities and constantly remind yourself of your accomplishments in order to continue growing and excelling in all aspects of life. Discovering strengths through adversity. Dave Marr awoke from a coma and found himself on the receiving end of heartfelt messages from those who loved and appreciated him. Before his near-death experience, Dave hadn't realized the impact he had on others, but now he sees the importance of recognizing and growing our unique qualities. Two invisible social forces, eulogy delay and transience aversion, hinder us from recognizing and developing our inherent strengths. A simple exercise can help us uncover our hidden potential without needing to experience a brush with death. Dave Marr, a comedian, unexpectedly found himself confronted by sincere, endearing messages from friends after waking up from a coma. The posts on his social media, initially written in the belief he had passed away, showcased their appreciation and recounted cherished memories of the time spent together. For Dave, the realization of his importance in other people's lives deeply moved him, as he had perceived himself as a selfish person until then. His experience taught him that social norms often prevent us from discovering our strengths. In Dave's case, his near-death experience helped him identify these strengths, which he strove to enhance to improve both his personal growth and relationships. Two primary social norms stifle our ability to identify and foster our unique strengths. Firstly, eulogy delay, a delay in expressing our admiration and appreciation of others. Society teaches us to suppress our pride, fearing ego inflation. Yet, honest and rounded recognition of ourselves and others can foster the discovery of skills and capabilities. Secondly, transience aversion, the reluctance to address our limited time in life. We often procrastinate under the illusion of infinite time to develop skills, achieve goals, or become better people, ultimately limiting our potential. We can circumvent these obstacles without mimicking Dave's near-death event. A simple exercise, such as writing our own eulogy, can bring us closer to recognizing our unique qualities. Reflecting on what we hope others would say at our funeral can help unravel hidden strengths, allowing us to pursue personal development today, rather than tomorrow. Embrace positive trauma. Positive trauma, though seemingly a paradox, can significantly impact and change a person's life for the better. By creating a personal highlight reel of one's fondest memories shared by close friends and family, people can harness the power of positive trauma to gain a fresh and empowering perspective on themselves. This process of sharing gratitude letters allows individuals to express their appreciation and inspire others to give back, ultimately strengthening the bond with the people we cherish. Dave's journey of turning his life around after experiencing a traumatic event is not an isolated instance. In fact, up to 83% of individuals who have faced trauma find that it has contributed to their personal growth and enhanced their lives. This could potentially stem from the fact that trauma, in some instances, highlights the preciousness of life, drawing one closer to the essential people and aspects of their existence. However, it is essential to understand that trauma and tragedy are distinct entities. While tragedies often cause trauma, the latter does not exclusively imply a tragic event. Positive trauma also exists, and it can impact an individual's life just as much as negative experiences. Wondering what positive trauma entails? Think about the whirlwind of emotions experienced when a person falls in love, welcomes a child into the world, or acquires their first home. To fully grasp the transformative force of positive trauma, one can create a personal highlight reel by asking close friends and family members to recount times when the person showcased their authentic self. Reading these cherished memories usually offers a powerful enough impact to change one's perspective on oneself. Before requesting your loved ones for their heartfelt sentiments, start by initiating the process yourself. Choose someone you deeply value in your life, ponder the aspects that make them unique, and pen down a moment where their actions positively influenced another person. Elaborate on the details rather than writing generic statements, and share the gratitude in the form of a letter, email, phone call, or face-to-face interaction. Over a fortnight, select a new individual each day and express your gratitude through a heartfelt letter. This exercise does not just display appreciation but also inspires others to reciprocate. Ultimately, it paves the way for creating your own highlight reel, thereby celebrating and realigning your connections with those who matter most. Unleash your hidden superpowers. Create a highlight reel by asking friends and family to write about instances where you were your best self. These letters will reveal your unique strengths and skills, as well as qualities you may have overlooked. Analyze the key phrases and common themes to understand your superpowers and use them to your advantage. Unearthing your inner potential starts with compiling a highlight reel of your life's shining moments. It might sound intimidating, but all you need to do is ask your friends and family to write heartfelt letters about the times they witnessed you being your best self. Despite some initial awkwardness, these stories will reveal your unique character traits and skills that define who you are. Encourage your loved ones to be truthful and concrete in their letters, describing specific instances when you shined. For instance, a husband recalled driving 16 hours in a snowstorm to rescue his wife's stranded parents. As tempting as it might be, resist reading any letter until you've reached a good number, which will help create an overwhelming positive impact. Once you've gathered enough letters, carve out some quiet time for your first read-through. It's common to become emotional while feeling appreciated, so thoroughly savor those emotions. Afterward, read the letters once more, but this time, approach them analytically. Identify repeated character traits and key phrases that your loved ones use to describe you. By comparing these messages to your own perception of yourself, you'll likely discover hidden qualities that you haven't noticed before. It's easy to dismiss your strengths, or even see them as weaknesses, such as a young man who believed he was too stubborn but later discovered that his strong point of view was appreciated by his friends. Reflection upon these letters serves as a method to identify your personal superpowers that set you apart. In the next steps, learn how to harness these newfound superpowers and maximize your potential. Harnessing signature strengths. To unlock your full potential, identify and consistently utilize your signature strengths. Integrating these strengths into your daily routine may initially feel challenging, but with persistence and visualization techniques, it becomes second nature. Remember, incorporating your strengths into various aspects of life makes you more energized, happy, and fulfilled. Unleashing your innate abilities requires consistently using your signature strengths in different aspects of your life. If you discover that you're a fantastic communicator, incorporate this skill by having meaningful conversations, taking up social roles at work, or volunteering for organizations that need effective communicators. Although change can feel uncomfortable due to the brain's preference for routine, consistent and deliberate effort in applying your strengths will eventually lead to increased energy, happiness, and fulfillment. Research indicates that the tipping point for transforming new behaviors into habits occurs around the 66-day mark. Utilizing visualization techniques can make the process of habit formation more manageable. It's a strategy that professional athletes have long embraced, and recent psychological studies have demonstrated its effectiveness for others as well. A study at UCLA monitored 3 groups of psychology students preparing for midterm exams. The first group visualized themselves effectively studying, the second group imagined receiving a good grade, and the third group did not engage in visualization exercises. Surprisingly, the group that visualized studying performed best, while the group that imagined a good grade performed the worst. The key takeaway from this study is that, for visualization to be effective, you must not only focus on the desired goal, but also the steps required to achieve it. Engaging in writing exercises can further enhance visualization, helping you develop the habit of consistently using your signature strengths. By doing so, you'll be on your way to living a more energized, happy, and fulfilled life. Reinvent work with your strengths. In order to maximize your potential and satisfaction at work, it is essential to craft your job to reflect your unique strengths. This doesn't necessarily mean changing the tasks you do, but rather adjusting the way you approach them. Learn to identify and incorporate your strengths into work activities, reframe dreaded tasks, and experiment with new activities that showcase your abilities. By keeping track of your progress and designing an unofficial job title that represents your strengths, you can transform your work life and bring out the best in yourself. Did you know that we spend around 1/3 of our lives at work? Unfortunately, 80% of employees worldwide feel that they can't be the best version of themselves in their jobs. The good news is that you have the power to change this situation by crafting your work to reflect your unique strengths. Perhaps you're concerned about altering your job description. However, work crafting isn't about revamping your duties, but modifying your approach to executing them. And you've already analyzed your strengths through visualization. Now it's time to put everything into practice and design your job in a way that helps you excel. Take a moment to brainstorm for about 20 minutes. Think about the work activities you enjoy the most and those that highlight your strengths. Then consider the tasks you dread. Afterward, spend another 20 minutes mulling over how you can integrate your strengths into your work routine. For example, Charles, a top manager at a telesales company, realized he enjoyed interacting with customers directly. Although it wasn't part of his job description, he started visiting a client in the field each week, and it transformed his work experience. Feel inspired? Try incorporating a new activity that showcases your strengths into your work every week. Additionally, learn to reframe tasks you dislike. Take Marcus, who dislikes small talk during work gatherings. He shifted his mindset and began treating small talk as interviewing, utilizing his natural curiosity to make the experience more enjoyable. To ensure lasting change, maintain a diary to track your progress and accomplishments. A personal touch like assigning a new job title to yourself can keep you motivated as well. For instance, Tim, a scheduling counselor at a hospital, thinks of himself as the connector since he loves bringing people together. So, go ahead and recognize your unique strengths to reinvent your work life and unleash your full potential. What's your unofficial job title? Unleash your unique strengths. Embrace and consciously integrate your unique strengths into your everyday life to create positive energy and inspiration. Brainstorm activities that activate your strengths, and incorporate them into your schedule. Enhance your self-awareness, and remember to bring your best self into every situation, reminding yourself of your highlights when life gets tough. Your life is bustling, and perhaps you're missing the opportunity to experiment with new, fulfilling activities. Remember that your busy life is your only life, so it's essential to make room for activities that showcase your unique strengths. By integrating these activities, you'll generate positive energy that radiates both within you and throughout your social circles. Life crafting involves constructing upward spirals of energy and inspiration by designing your daily routine to embrace your strengths. To gain clarity and focus, pen down one of your strengths and brainstorm 10 leisure activities that activate it. Suppose you're a social butterfly, have you considered taking dance classes? Perhaps you're a natural animal caretaker, volunteering at a shelter might be your calling. Select the most appealing activity and get started. Spend a few weeks exploring activities catered to your strengths and chronicling your progress in a diary. Aim to involve at least one strength in everything you do, even if it requires intentional effort and mindfulness. For instance, if you have a keen sense of humor, use it to liven up a dull meeting, making it not only more enjoyable but also more productive. To enhance your self-awareness, practice the doorway exercise. Each time you enter a room, touch the doorframe and ask yourself who you are in this space. Then, be the best version of yourself possible within that context. When life throws challenges your way, revisit your highlight reel, the memories of being your best self, to serve as a reminder of your strengths and capabilities.
With Exceptional, build your personal highlight reel and unlock your potential. DanielMCable sheds light on the importance of building on your strengths instead of focusing on your weaknesses. Learn to overcome social norms and personal limitations that prevent you from recognizing your unique skills and capabilities. Through powerful exercises and strategies, this summary teaches you how to create a personal highlight reel, design your job to bring out the best in you, and incorporate your strengths into your daily life, thereby transforming your perspective on yourself and your potential. Empower yourself to be the best version of yourself, both at work and in life, with this engaging and life-changing summary.